but it's because of how they were. Holy shit, you know what I just realized? I think this was part of it the whole time. Like, that was one of the... Holy fuck. Okay, hold on. How would I do this? Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna go onto YouTube right now. Hold on. I'm gonna try and walk you through this realization I just had. So I thought there's no better way to test this idea than to just fucking do it. So I'm holding my my phone up against my head to act as though you are me. Because today I was really struggling. I was really, really frustrated, and I couldn't figure out what to do with my content, but I just kept feeling like everything I was trying, no matter what I did, felt misaligned. I felt like it wasn't true to who I am and what I am and what I want to do. And what I want to do is I want to resonate as my truest self with my clearest frequency to those who share that frequency. I want to, and by the way, this is what I do. I walk back and forth in my room when I'm thinking. I want to what would you call it? Actually, I wonder if it would look more real if I was in like 0.5. Probably, right? Yeah. I want to... Yeah, definitely. That's more of what I see. I want to share my truest self with the world so that those who see themselves in me experience life in the same way, have the same type of thoughts and feelings and emotions and expressions and the same wants, desires, but on like a much more profound, deep level, will resonate. They'll see that and they'll be like, holy fuck, this person is me. Or I love this person, not because I need validation, but because they're like, somebody gets it, somebody gets me. So they'll be loving me because actually they love themselves in a way. But anyway, so I was like, you know, well, what have I done my whole life? And I've been on this whole, for the past like 6 months, journey of social media. Well, actually, that was the past 3 years. I basically grew social media through attachment styles for like up to like over 1 million followers across different platforms. But anyway, fuck, I need to get used to this. The point is, everything I was doing, even though I wanted it to be aligned with my truest self, and I'd learned new ways of how to like express as my truest self, doing the same stuff as before, it still felt misaligned, and I was getting frustrated and stuck and looping and blah, 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 blah. And eventually I was just like, what if I'm not supposed to talk about fucking psychology or beliefs or inner child work or blah, 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 everything I've done to get me to this point that I am at now? What if I'm just supposed to be as present as I possibly could? Because I also know that being present is what allows you to be your truest self, which what allows you to emit your frequency, your truest frequency. That is what will, people who are on the same path or understand, or even if they're not fucking at the same part of the journey, like they will see that and they'll be like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's awakening something in me. And then and then I was like, well, how the fuck do I do that? Because I also recognize that I've gotten to this point where nothing on YouTube resonates with me, because I'm looking for an itch to be scratched that is like, how do I explain it? It is, the itch is, I want to feel in content my frequency. That is what I want. That is what I like crave. But nothing I've come across like hits it, you know, like scratches that itch, like fucking taps it where it needs to be tapped. And hold on, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this properly, but yeah, look how fucking beautiful that is. Anyway, and I was like, well, how do I do that? Maybe I need to be that. Maybe it's not about trying to fucking show them how like smart I am at psychology, or fucking like explain things and bring them in. Like, no, I want people who are at the same stage of the journey as me, who are looking for that fucking like injection of what I call the frequency of magic. In other words, the way that they experience presence has the flavor or taste of magic, wonder, and awe. So I was like, maybe I'm not supposed to talk about these things that I've been learning and discovering, and literally I've created frameworks and formulas around the past 12 years of my fucking life, and even created a fucking career around it. Maybe I'm not supposed to do that. Maybe I'm supposed to just find a way to make content that is so just me being that it therefore naturally emits the frequency of magic, which doesn't necessarily have to be magic in the sort of mind's conventional sense, but that holds something fucking different, but so real and core to these individual people's bones that when they see it, they fucking cry, or something just lights up inside of them, something awakens, etc., etc. And I know that's possible because somebody else who has been a part of my frequency family, who is in my frequency family, did that to me. Through their specific way of expressing the frequency of magic, it cracked something open in me, and I cried, and I didn't know why I was crying. But it's because of how they were. Holy shit, you know what I just realized? I think this was part of it the whole time. Like, that was one of the, holy fuck. Okay, hold on. How would I do this? Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna go onto YouTube right now. Hold on. I'm gonna try and walk you through this realization I just had. Okay. I might have to blur this out when I go into his account. I'm not sure. Wait, where did I follow him? No. Fuck. This one. Maybe I can go to one now, yeah. Jeffrey. Okay, here we go. This is the guy. I would imagine he would be okay with me doing this because I mean it's his YouTube channel, so it would be free advertising. Anyway, this guy commented on one of my videos basically saying, hey brother, we're in the same frequency family, etc., etc., because of one of the videos I posted before. At first I was like, oh, I'm not sure. I don't really know if this guy is like that. I'd also just watched tarot videos that were basically saying like, keep an eye out, somebody might be pretending to be what you want just to blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, what better way to know than to go on his videos and like feel, right? So I went onto this video.
I do. If you knew me, you would know how.
It starts with his intro.
Okay, so this is like maybe take 127. 128 maybe, I don't know. But this is my first video. My name is Jeff. I really am not sure what I'm doing or what I'm going to say.
So first of all, immediately, when I heard him speak, I could feel his like calm. I could feel his almost presence, and I could feel the authenticity, which I know is something only people in our frequency family, well, not only in our frequency family, but it's like one of the core values of people in my frequency family. Anyway, so he does a bunch of talking, and then I want to take you to here.
Last few months of my life. And my last 257 takes were that, so I'm gonna stop it now.
Okay, wait for it.
So I'm gonna show you something that I've made. It was me practicing, filming. They're just little clips from the last few months of my life that I just did for the fun of it. But yeah, if you watch this, you're right. So speaking of me just showing my unique weirdness or just whatever occurs to me to share, this is a perfect example of it, because I don't really have a reason other than I'm trying to just jump. So this is me jumping. Thank you for watching, if you're watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.
So quickly before this goes, him putting this little piece in, he said it's just something he enjoys doing. It's like random, it's for fun, and this is just him like jumping, right? Doing something that he enjoys, but he has maybe like been scared of showing or posting before. Okay, so let me show you this and then I'll explain. But this is, I'm realizing now how fucking key this was to me getting to where I am now and explaining all of this. So keep an eye out, just check this out. When I first watched that, it didn't hit me as hard this time, but when I first watched that, I just started crying. And I had this feeling of it felt like my chest was like opening up, and I was just filled with this warmth and this like childlike wonder and love, and I just started crying. I could not understand it. I did not know why I was crying. But when I like thought about it, I was like, whatever the fuck that was, such a simple thing, because I was looking at the world through his perspective, and his perspective was in some way tapping into something I had forgotten. I was basically remembering something that was true to me, and that remembering cracked me open, or cracked open a part of me. And I'm realizing right now in this moment that I think that was giving me a sign of this. Because if I think about it, it's connected. Like, the parts that really sort of stuck out to me were not of him dancing or him talking to his flamingo. It was when, for example, he was walking down the stairs. It was when he like panned across the sky. It was when he like was looking at something on his bed, but like as if the camera were his eyes. There was something about that just fucking, it was magical. It was, yeah, and it filled me with this feeling, and I was like, holy shit, okay, this is clear to me then that he is part of the Frequency family, because he cracked something open in me, and that was something he just really enjoyed, right? But I'm realizing, I think, I'm literally realizing this right now, I think that was like a clue, a sign, a hint, a breadcrumb, a synchronicity, a remembrance of what I'm supposed to really do. I think I'm supposed to be the utmost ultimate version of, sorry, my phone ran out of storage, but the utmost present version of myself in content. And I was like, I don't know, how the fuck would I do that? And I've had thoughts in the past about vlogging, but like, I think this is it. I think this is it. And like, it would make sense, because that's what I'm doing. That's what he did in that video with those small little edits. Like, I would make my entire life and content like that. Well, I mean, the content would be my life, but expressing my thoughts, my feelings, everything in the most real, raw, authentic way possible. This realization I just fucking had, to me, seems like a fucking sign of synchronicity. A confirmation that this is what I was supposed to do. You cannot get more of a present, real realization than this. It's not me telling stories about it. It's not me explaining it. It's not me coming back to it to relive it. It's like, this happened right now. Like, you don't get more present than that. And if magic is in presence, because that's my and your specific way of tasting the flavor of presence, then this, you can't get more than that, than this. And obviously it requires me to have gone through everything I've gone through to be able to do this. Because this is fucking vulnerable. I'm walking around in my underwear right now, and like, that might show up. You know what I mean? Like, if I want to show myself in the fucking mirror or something, like this is something I'd have to like be okay with doing. I think that was a fucking sign, dude. That was a synchronicity. It's all like coming back and confirming and looping. You don't get more present than that. Like, that realization, that connection happened right now in this video. Not talking about it, now in this video. And I would have to be vulnerable and real and share those thoughts and feelings in real time in this video for it to be magical. I think this is it, dude. I think we fucking... Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. I keep getting pulled to that sky. So I'm just gonna show it. But like... I think this is it, dude. I think this is it. I mean, not this. I don't want to fucking have this camera on my head the whole time. I'm gonna try get like maybe a GoPro. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But like, when I was coming back to that thing about YouTube, like, nothing on YouTube scratches the itch because I want to feel the magic of presence when I watch YouTube. How could I be something? How could I fill that gap, scratch that itch for myself and others? Well, by being the most present I could possibly be. How do I capture that in content? I fucking vlog. And when I have these magical experiences, aka when I am so present and then can also like voice the thoughts and the feelings of being present in the present moment, like there is nothing more present than that in captured content. Therefore, in and of itself, it should hold and be and feel like the magic of presence. So when somebody watches this and they share that same, whether they understand it or not, if they share that same frequency, the frequency of magic is the flavor of their frequency because it's the flavor of their presence, then they're gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, what the fuck did I just watch? I love it. I like it. I want more of it. Something like that. So coming back to my original thing that I think I started this video with, I think this is the perfect way to test it. To just fucking do it. To put the phone up against my head, to allow you to be me, express my thoughts and feelings directly and through presence, and then see what happens. And fucking beautiful timing with that realization, because that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like for example, what I love to do is to become like what what I've always, since I was 15 years old, what I felt my fucking calling and purpose was to become my truest self. That's why I obsessed about psychology. That's why I obsessed about beliefs and inner child work, and to the point where I coached other people through it. I do that for myself. So therefore, earlier today, I was literally figuring out why... I was literally trying to understand why I felt a certain fear. A fear of speaking my most truest truth to girls, to females. And I broke it down into like a formula, into a framework that I have learned. I dug down into like... I dug into the thought, understood the belief underneath it. I used that to then create the self-sabotage loop, and I saw the self-sabotage loop. What I still need to do is... Excuse me, that was a burp. What I still need to do is go deep into like inner child work with that specific feeling, idea, memory, wherever it came from, etc., etc. So maybe that's the next video I could do. But something like that would naturally hold everything I've learned. And it would be fucking awesome for those who are also like interested in this path and becoming their truest self, and etc., etc. Fuck my life. I think this is what I'm supposed to do. And everything up until now is like, how do I be present in content? How do I be present through telling stories? How do I be present, blah, blah. This is how I do it. I'm being present. I'm being my truest self right now. And all I have to do is hold the camera up against my fucking head and show you, let you be me. Because by being me, I'm being present. Okay, I'm going on a rant now, but I think you get it. I don't need to explain it, but like, fuck, this is what happens when I'm excited about something. Okay. I'm gonna edit this. Well, I'm gonna try not edit it too much because again, I want it to be real, but I'm gonna prepare this. I'm gonna post it. I've got like fucking 10 videos already lined up from old versions. I think I'm just gonna scrap those and do this. But I don't know. I need your guys' help, whoever watches this, to let me know what happened when you watched this. If you were just like, what the fuck is going on? This is weird. Or if you felt something that you could not explain or describe. If your body reacted in a way where your mind was like, what the fuck is happening? Please, please, please tell me. Because that will be the ultimate confirmation. If you cried, if you were like, holy shit, I feel so seen and heard, like maybe through what I was saying or speaking about, if you feel like you don't know what the fuck you just watched, but it cracked something open in you, it like made you feel an emotion or a feeling that you didn't understand or maybe haven't felt ever or in a long time or something like that, please tell me in the comments, please. Because that is going to let me know that I've stumbled across exactly what I've been looking for in terms of content for I don't know how long. It also means that in some way, regardless of how far you are along in the journey, if you felt those things, you are a part of what I call my frequency family. We share the same flavor of presence at our truest, core, most real self, underneath all limiting beliefs and fears and identity and all of that. That feeling, the magic of presence, the frequency of magic, that is what we share. We are the same fucking fragment of a greater being, if you want to call it that. Maybe that's something I can go into in another video, I'm not sure, but fucking hell. Okay, I'm gonna stop there because I'm geeking out hard right now. Okay. Please let me know what you think. Don't feel shy. Follow the pool. If you're like, I don't know what the, even if it's literally, I don't know what the fuck that was, but I felt something, like, let me know. Okay, last sky check, because skies have always been like important to me. I would go outside, but I'm in my underwear right now, so might give some old ladies a heart attack. Okay, cool. I'll see you guys in another one.